All right, my buddy, former Auburn linebacker Deshaun Davis, hanging out, giving us the specs on some of the Auburn draft profiles for 2021. We are here. We are doing this thing. And we got Eli Stove, next man up. Eli Stove played 5 years at Auburn. Could have come back for a 6-year, y'all. Could have done it. Could have done it. 6 years, man. That's a long run.
I'm glad he did. He's about time to just go.
About that time. Hey, fifth most receptions in Auburn program history. I mean, why not go back for a 6-year? Why are you telling me right now it's great that he put in his 5 years and now he needs to move on and make himself known in the NFL?
I think Eli's ready. A lot of people, when I make that statement, they probably don't understand. But when you see him play and you saw the back burner of it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And like I say that, he hasn't shown tremendously what he can do due to the fact of injury and things like that. But when that guy gets an opportunity, he's going to last in the NFL organization.
Yeah, so he's been utilized all over the field in the slot. He's been out wide. He runs the football. He runs the ball well. He's also faced adversity. Torn ACL in the spring, I guess, prior to the 2018 season. Set a lot of career highs in 2019. So 2018 season, that was you, right, Deshaun? Weren't you in that season? Wasn't that you? That was you doing your thing? So Eli pretty well, obviously. I guess when you kind of look at where he started out, when he kind of came in and where he has excelled to and obviously overcome the ACL injury, which we all know is a tough one to come back from. Where have you seen the greatest improvement from him as a player?
Just the maturity. Like just understanding situations, understanding, even like I say, him going through those injuries, finding a way to still keep his mental, still knowing at the back of his mind that when I'm done and I'm 100%, I'm still Eli Stove. And as a guy who went through the ACL process within myself, I tore my ACL my senior year, to see him still go through that same journey, and like I say, in that situation, keep his mental even more than I did. It was almost I almost admired it in a way, because like I say, going through that, I know it's not easy at all. And how he handled that situation, coming back on the field, and just seeing him get that first catch and watching him, on TV, even as a fan, I'm like, bro, it's just good to see that guy out there. And like you say, fifth most receptions in Auburn history, man, you can't overlook that kid. And you can't overlook him.
No doubt. And, he's really developed as a good special teams player as well. We talked about it. He's been utilized all over the field, good special teams player, a lot of experience there. How do you think all of that versatility that he has will translate for him in the NFL?
The more you can do, the more they can do with you. So like him showing that versatility is really good. Showing that he can catch the ball out the backfield. He can go and return punts. He can return kickoffs, and he's still a receiver at the same time. He's almost making himself a Swiss Army knife. So the more that you can do, the more valuable that you become for that organization. And they'll feel like they can keep you because you can do 3 things, and they can let 2 other guys go. So if you can show that you can do more things than some guys, and they can pay you that less money, almost, by him being a rookie, he'll be able to last in the organization, like I said.
Hey, you got to know how to work the system, right? Work the system. That's right. Hey, and lastly, Eli Stove, the person. What can you tell us about Eli Stove? Obviously, we know that he's overcome a lot, like we said, with the ACL injury and just being able to persevere through that. What kind of guy are these teams going to get in Eli Stove?
Man, to know Eli, you have to know Eli. And when I say that, if you're not a guy that's in the circle or around him, he's kind of shy and standoffish and plays the back of the room. But if you know him, he's the life of the party. He loves to have fun. He's going to dance. He's going to sing. Yeah, he's going to joke around. But it's all in good and healthy fun, man. But when you draft Eli, man, you're going to get a guy that's going to lighten your locker room. You're going to get a good friend, a good teammate. He's a guy that understands life. You can go to him and talk, you know what I mean? And he's going to lead by example. He's not going to be a guy that stand up and hold a player-only meeting and control the entire room. But he's a guy that if you need someone to say, this the way to do it, that's a guy that you want. Because when you watch Eli work, and you watch him, transfer his work ethic over to the football field, is second to none. It makes you want to get back on your craft. So Eli's a good guy to draft.
Download the Milo's mobile app today and receive a free cheeseburger after your first purchase.